Yeah, yeah, you actually, yeah, took the words out of my mouth. So, um, that would be the second thing I did when I first started. It was antimatter. Small antimatter was like my bread and butter. Of course, I was Galente, right? So like you have a lot of railguns. So yeah, definitely. And I would focus on where I thought people would go. So you know how like SOE, so the Arc is a classic example where like you would go to those stations, you know, where they send the people for the Sisters Arc, and you can get a decent um, price for something like antimatter, small antimatter or something. It was a really good seller. Yeah, ammo is good. Same idea for the missions, so you can see where the level 2, level 3 mission agents are, and those stations are not bad places. Again, you're gonna get some competition because, well, I'm saying it here, but like it's not rocket science. So yeah, other traders will be there, but yeah, you do get a potentially decent premium doing ammo. It was kind of funny, like in this area of Verge Vendor, kind of where the Galente are. I found like a local seller of ammo that was like almost at my cost. So like I ended up being almost like a little hauler, like a region trader, where I ended up just buying the ammo like from them and then flying it like five jumps to like the sisters station or whatever and selling it. So like there's definitely like I think as you get into this, there's opportunities to not only build for that profit, but you're gonna see like, hey, I can just shuttles are another great example. Um, there are places where shuttles sell for a decent amount, especially if you get closer to like a route that goes into null or low sec. If you go to that high sec like entry or exit point, it's a really good place to look for how much shuttles sell. And then so I've done that too, like just fly trit or to that area, build a shuttle, and then put it on the market. So those are kind of things. Starting out, again, you're using location right to your advantage. You're finding places where there's like a niche demand. Ventures was another thing. I guess the issue with um, yeah, it's a good segue. I'll show the venture stuff. So in game, like this view it's region based. So like in this game there is it's not so easy to see other regions. There's like I guess third party tools that allow other regions, and if you did like a Janus search, like that's usually Jita. So for like just general pricing, but yeah. So I don't know if that answered the question, but when you search like this, you're gonna see just your region. Um, Yep, or like what I do is like just have an alt. You can make an alt character and like just fly them there. So like if that's if you want a little bit more, yep. But that eats up like your whatever like one per day or whatever, right? So like if you're just price checking, you're not going to want to jump, right? So having an alt there, or if it's Jita, I would just use like Janus or something. The other thing I found that was kind of curious, even in these markets. So I'm into Dixie, and there are NPC blueprints that they can sell for like a shocking multiplier. Uh, it doesn't always happen, but like right now, a venture blueprint in this trade hub sells for 10 times its NPC price. So I've actually done this myself. Like when I started, I flew out and actually bought the venture blueprints for like 3 mil, and then flew it back here, and then um, again, volume super low. So you can see like this game doesn't always work. Like currently we're in like this like time when somebody's getting really lucky and getting 35 mil per item. And you can see the volume really low. It might sell only one or two per day. Um, yeah, the trip. So yeah, fly a shuttle. Don't have implants. Coming back, yeah, just hope you know they weren't following you or whatever. So yeah, there's definitely some risk, and yeah, that's where this is, right? There's somebody thinking like, hey, I don't want to fly out there. I don't care. I got 30 mil to burn, right? So you're gonna make money, right? That risk that you're taking is where you're potentially gonna get um, something out of it. It works even. So again, I mean, sorry. Oh, so most blueprints are sourced by some NPC somewhere in like New Eden. So they kind of to make it more, I guess, interesting. They don't see them everywhere. So like, for example, the one I showed you, the venture is only sold by the ore people who are all the way out in. It's past Syndicate. It's in Yep. Thanks. Outer Ring. Yep. And the station, I actually remembered. It's like Heart was the name of the constellation. And I remember flying out there. And oh yeah, I've actually used was it Dot Lan? I don't. I'm sorry, I haven't done that for a while, but I, there was maybe. Sorry, I haven't done that kind of search in a while, but um, yeah. Anyway, this was where I um, Um, I mean, it's like that's a loaded question. Yes and no. I think in general, I mean, ammo is definitely getting used there. So yeah, but the on the flip side, maybe a lot of those faction warfare is from corps or groups that do it, and they might already be fitted or have their own distribution channels. So, um, you kind of gotta feel it out, right? Like it's the question might be how many independent, maybe faction warfare guys are going there and joining, and having to buy ammo right there. So it's kind of I like what you're saying because that's like a great way to get your idea, but it just like it's not the end all, right? Because there's other avenues to getting the whatever that input. Um, okay, so research on like a original blueprint. The only thing it does, there's two things. One is material efficiency, makes it less inputs, up to 10% less. And the second one is time, TE, time efficiency, making it build faster, up to 20% faster. So that what you're talking about research is getting those improvements in either material input or time. The other thing you're talking about T2, that's considered invention. So what you would do is you would take a copy of usually it's a T1 copy, and you would then go through the invention process using data cores to convert it into a T2 copy. So that's how you would do T2 ammo or yeah the T2 rigs for example. Is invention. kind of two slightly different. You can, but it's going to be limited to your total build. Like it's the same total. So if you have like 5 slots or something, that'll be like 5 slots. Like not 5 slots per facility. It's like 5 slots, like for your character, your toon, your character. So yeah, I mean you can build anywhere, but you don't get like more and more slots. Yeah, so it's actually another. I mean, you could have your industry like toon could be an alt, and yeah, in that scenario, yeah. So you would train that alt in have whatever slots, and then you could do it, definitely do it that way. Yeah, I mean, I think there are. Honestly, I haven't even myself. To me, that's like a very. That's when you start. You're at that level where you're really competing at like higher volume and lower margin. Because yeah, you're gonna. I think there are. You can squeeze like 0.5%. I don't know. It's not nothing, but it's like uh when you're starting out, it's like uh, it's a very expensive implant probably for a marginal gain for the items when you're starting out. I think, but yeah, I think they do exist. This is just another example of like so I'm in Galente space. This is like an armor based blueprint that is I think it's mostly sold by the Amar NPCs. So I'm slightly out of uh the region, but it's not like I had to go to Null to buy this thing. I can buy it in high sec, whatever, pretty close actually to the Dixie. And this is a 10 again another 10 times. So you're taking a whatever it's maybe a 200k original blueprint and then flying it here and selling it. Of course, again, volume is low, and you're probably going to compete with a few other guys trying to do this. But again, it's just another uh, early on. You getting like 10, you can get 10x, right? So it's not a even if it takes a few days to sell, it's not a bad. It's a private contract. I think you don't. I think that's correct. And so that's another. Um, I think if you like in your corp or some kind of thing, that's another good way to kind of get ins. Kind of like what you said, like they mistake you for somebody. So yeah, I mean you can kind of um, start making a name for yourself definitely. In a corp or local area when you start building, and then yeah, there would definitely be word of mouth and stuff. So people will um, so I mean, I've done that kind of stuff before when I was in different corps. They have the doctrine ships, and hey, we're having this. Oh, we're preparing for this big war or whatever. So it's like they'll be asking for so many doctrine ships at whatever they're staging. So you can kind of um, take part in that kind of stuff. So that's something that's pretty cool. And then on the flip side, you're going to make contacts for your inputs. So like you have mission runners that maybe you can, hey, contract me your salvage or whatever, right? And it's another way to get your material inputs without having to do buy orders. And I think as you go, it kind of sort of comes organically. I think as you start doing it, the word gets out. So yeah, definitely that's another way. Kind of, I'm not that familiar. I feel like I think you have to be like pretty part of a corp, right, to make that. I don't. Can an individual make that order? Um, I know that exists now, right? The freelance kind of a new thing. I haven't experimented with it enough to know if there'll be enough like action to your job. So I can't really speak to that. Sorry.